I hope you have your tissues handy because this one is a doozy. Recently, I've been listening to Candace Cameron Bure's podcast, and I've really been enjoying it. But one of the episodes that just hit me right in the heart was when her co-host was talking about how she used to be a speech and language pathologist. So she was talking about how she used to do the cochlear implants in kids, you know, how they turn them on and then the kids can hear for the first time and their eyes light up. You've all seen the videos, I'm sure. But what she was talking about was how she noticed a pattern in what the parents would say to the kids each time as their first words that their children could hear. She said the first thing they would say was always the child's name and I love you. So like, hi Sam, it's mommy, I love you. She said so what they were communicating was identity and love. And that one hit me so hard because it was like, whenever God kind of woke me up and I had this just spiritual encounter with him, those were the first things he communicated to me. My identity and how much he loves me. And those two things were what caused this massive transformation in my life where I was like, I am following him and nobody else. And it was all because I knew who I was and I knew how loved I was. But she went on to say that, you know, these kids, although they could hear their parents for the first time, they still had trouble distinguishing one sound from another. So for example, a knock at the door may sound the same to them or very similar to their parents' voices. And they had to learn to distinguish the different sounds. And it's the same way when we're learning to hear God's voice. It takes time and it takes practice to learn to distinguish his voice from your own thoughts, from any other voices you might be hearing. So I just want to encourage you, if you are just starting to hear God, don't get discouraged if you can't tell the difference yet. Because it's going to take some time and it's going to take some practice. But he's so patient with you. He's not expecting you to get it right away. He's not expecting you to know automatically. He's just trying to communicate your identity and how much he loves you while you learn to hear his voice.